Hello everyone, today I'm here to do a Q&A. I did one of these a few months ago. I like doing them every few months because sometimes I have new viewers, probably not a lot, but sometimes I do. And it's just, a good thing, to answer your questions. That's about it. That's all I got. Let's get into it. I asked you on Instagram to ask me some questions, so here we go. The first question I got, these are in no particular order by the way, is what are you currently reading? As of right now, as of filming, because I'm consistently always filming like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of schedule. It's the only way I can keep my sanity. I am reading Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Probably since filming I finished it because I know I only have like 5 days left of it at my library alone because I have the ebook of it. So I'm trying to finish it as fast as I can. Right now I'm 50% in and I'm really enjoying it. Next up is where would your dream vacation be? And I thought this was a great question because I have 2 really dream vacations I would love. Technically 3, but whatever. Number 1 would be like a tour of like Scotland, Ireland, and England. I just always have wanted to go there. That would be just amazing. That's my number 1. Number 2 would be an Alaskan like cruise type of thing. I don't know why. I would just love to visit Alaska, see the Northern Lights, experience like really true cold weather for the first time. I live in Virginia, so it doesn't get like crazy cold here. Like, for example, like it's supposed to snow here like 5 inches maybe this weekend, and people are freaking out. Like there's no bread, there's no milk, and I'm like, so I've never really been to like a true, like really cold climate. So I'll be very interested to see how that is. And my third one would just be like, just a nice tropical vacation, just quiet. That would be amazing. But those are my dream vacations. Your top favorite romance read and romance author. For this one, my top romance read is definitely The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. It is my favorite romantic book, but she is not my favorite romance author. I would say my 2 favorite romance authors that I just always am automatically reading are Talia Hibbert and Christina Lauren. Those, I have read a lot of romance books by them, and they're kind of like automatic buys for me, so definitely those 2. So here's an interesting one. How did you choose your daughter's name? So if you don't know, I just had my second child, a daughter, about 5 months ago. Her name is Autumn, and I chose it when I was in high school. I chose both of my kids' names. Like I've always loved the name Noah, and I've always loved the name Autumn because I've loved the season Autumn. It's my favorite season. Both my husband and I, we fell in love in fall. We got married in fall. It was just a very special time, and I just have always loved the name Autumn. In fact, it's always been like my best friend and I have always said, like, if I have a girl, I'll name her Autumn, and if she has a girl, she'll name her Summer, and I'm still holding up to her end on that bargain. But I don't know. I love the name Autumn, so Autumn's name comes from my love of the season Autumn. What are your favorite videos to film? This is a great question. For me, I don't know. I love filming wrap-ups because I just love talking about all the books I've read. I also love filming like just kind of recent reads. I love really talking about books and dissecting them and letting you know what I felt about them. I also love any sort of recommended reads like, favorite romance books, favorite sci-fi books, things like that. I love that. But I also love filming vlogs. I'm thinking about bringing vlogs back, but not having my kids nearly in them at all because of privacy, But I want to vlog because I just really enjoy making montages of just daily life, of just updating my reading. If you like my vlogs, let me know. I'd be more than happy to bring them back, but I really do like filming vlogs a lot. I have this one. How are you adjusting to life with 2 children? And it's rough. I gotta be honest. It's one of the toughest things, if not the toughest things I've ever done. Like I knew it was gonna be hard, but I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. You guys know my son Noah is special needs. He has autism, and then we have a baby, and she's not like high needs at all. She's a baby, so she's kind of high needs, but she doesn't sleep the best. And so dealing with her schedule and then with Noah, who is very, very high needs, is really, really hard. Like I feel like we haven't had a moment to catch our breath in like over 5 months. So it's tough. It is really tough. I know it's gonna get tougher at times. I know it's gonna get easier at times. Right now we're managing, but I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. The good thing is I haven't had any postpartum depression this time around, which is great. So I'm so thankful for that. But adjusting to life with 2 kids is hard. I think it would be hard even if Noah was a neurotypical child. Either way, when you go from 1 kid to 2 kids, it's hard. When you go from 0 kids to 1 kid, it's hard. When you have a big life change, it's gonna be hard. Right now we're in a season life of where it's really tough, and that season will eventually end and it'll get easier. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's been rough. What are some of your favorite romance books with great autism representations? For me, the ones I think of automatically are any books by Helen Hoang, the Kiss Quotient series. Each character has autism representation, which is great in each book, I should say. Those are great. I just read The Maid by Nita Prose. That's not a romance book at all, but I thought it had great autism representation. And I can't think of another one right now. I've heard The Rosie Project is really good as well. I still need to read that one, but those are the ones I could think of at the top of my head. Then we have how many books are currently on your NetGalley TBR. If you don't know, NetGalley is a site where you can request advanced readers copies, e-copies, and there you go. I just checked, and right now I have 27 books on my NetGalley TBR. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's been a lot longer. It's been a lot longer. I've had 40 books up there at one time. I've been trying to keep really good at it, and sometimes I've had 10. So I have a lot of 2022 releases. That's why it's so much right now. But either way, it's a lot. Then we have favorite audiobook to listen to. For this one, hands down, I love listening to the Harry Potter series. I've listened to the whole series twice now in audiobook. I think I need to listen to it again just because I really love re-listening to them. I also love listening to any Sophie Kinsella book. I have listened to, I want to say 3 or 4 of her books. I always say if you want to check out her books, audiobooks are the way to go. Just really like consuming them in that way, but the last 2 books of hers I've had to actually read because I haven't had time to listen to them, but those for sure are my favorite audiobooks. Somebody said, been watching you for a year but wondering why you originally started the channel, and that is because I have amazing friends, yes, but they don't read, and they didn't share my love for reading, so I would finish a book and have no one to talk about, and then I discovered the world of Booktube. I never knew it existed, and I was like, people talk about books on YouTube? Like, what the heck? So I thought, I could do this because I want to share my thoughts and feelings of books with people and get feedback, because I had no one in my real life to talk to because they just didn't read books, and that's how it goes sometimes. So that is originally why I started my channel, just to talk about books, and I'm still here doing that today. What is your favorite TV show / movie? You guys know I have a deep love for TV shows and movies. My top 2 shows of all time, I'll give you my top 3 actually, are Gilmore Girls, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and The Office. Those 3 will never change in that order. They will stay the same forever. My favorite movie of all time has been my favorite movie since high school, and that is 10 Things I Hate About You, an amazing 90s rom-comedy that is just amazing.
I am the only girl in school who's not dating.
Oh, no, you're not. Your sister doesn't date.
And I don't intend to.
And why is that again?
Have you seen the unwashed miscreants that go to that school? Where did you come from? Planet Loser? As opposed to Planet, look at me, look at me.
What are your favorite hobbies beside reading? Oh, that's a great question. I don't know if I have a ton of hobbies. I don't have time for hobbies. I would say watching TV shows and movies are a great hobby. I do really like that. I haven't watched a couple in a while, honestly. But I also love cooking a lot. I really do enjoy cooking. I love doing from scratch meals, where I cut the onion and the vegetables and you make a sauce and stuff like that. I really love finding different recipes and attempting them not from scratch, maybe 50% from scratch. I like doing that. I really do like cooking. I don't have as much time to devote to it now since I had a daughter, but it's getting better. I try to do at least one from scratch meal a week because I just really enjoy the process of it. Like I said, I love cutting up things. I love, measuring out the spices, things like that. It's just kind of cathartic to me, so I really do like that. And weirdly enough, I like Legos. My son likes Legos, and he loves when I build houses for him. I just got him this kind of beach house thing for Christmas that I had to build for him that he likes playing with, but I find so much peace with building Legos for some reason. I tried puzzles. I'm not a puzzle person. I'm not a coloring person either, but Legos, just give me a manual and I will just sit there for hours, and I'll watch a YouTube video in the background and I'll just have a great time. It's very calming to me for some reason. So could I say Legos? I haven't bought any for myself. I buy them for my son and I build them for him. And then I fix them 50 times when he messes them up, but I like building them. Have you seen Spider-Man No Way Home? If you did, what did you think of it? I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it. Time, like I said, is just got away from me. Do I know what happens in it? Yeah, I think the world just kind of exploded, not with 100% spoilers. I think we could all see what was coming with it. We all could, and I was very excited for it. So I plan to watch it when it ever comes out on demand, I will buy it for sure and watch it, because that's probably gonna be the only way I can watch it. But I'm very excited for it. Advice for other parents with autistic children. Oh, this is hard. I don't want to give out advice because autism is a very wide spectrum. You could have, you know, not one kid fits every mold with autism, and autism doesn't fit every kid, you know. I would say my advice would be to advocate as much as you can for your children. Like, if your child needs therapies, get it. Like, you know, we had to really fight to get therapies for our son and for certain therapists and things like that. And it's a hard road. And also with IEPs and stuff like that, if you don't like your teacher, voice your opinion. You have to be the advocate for your child because no one else is going to be. So I would say my advice for you would be be the best advocate you can be for your child. That doesn't just go with autism, that just goes for your children in general. But for autism, you know, if you think your child needs therapy and if the doctors are like, we're not sure, fight for that. Be like, no, this is why I think he or she could benefit from that. That would be great. Also, it's really hard, but try to take some time to breathe, because being a parent is a lot, feeling like alone, but being a special needs parent really feels like you're trapped in a boat alone at sea sometimes. Like, you feel like there's just no end in sight and you can't breathe or you don't get a break. And my husband and I feel like that a lot. So we try to give each other breaks as much as we can. Like, we'll take turns, because it's just sometimes it's hard and you feel like it's just all consuming. So as much as you can, if you could take 5 or 10 minutes just to breathe, just to be quiet alone, take some time as much as you can, which I know is very hard. Coming from me, like, it's very, very hard. Like, I'm a workaholic. Whenever I get a chance, I'm like, let me do this, let me do that. But it's just, you know, that would be my 2 biggest advice: is be the best advocate you can for your child, fight for the therapies, fight for, you know, what they need, and to take some time for yourself if you can. Just even if it's 5 or 10 minutes, to take a shower, put a face mask on, lay down, watch a TV show to decompress. You definitely need that, because you need to be the best version of yourself as a parent to be the best. You need to be the best version of yourself to be the best parent you can be. So that's my advice. And let me tell you right now, I am not a great parent at all. I am just mediocre, and I get by, and that is okay. Favorite Marvel movies. I did a whole video on this. My husband and I actually did like our top 10 on this. Like, I would say my favorite Marvel movie, hands down, is Captain America, the Winter Soldier, my number 1. Love it. My favorite Marvel character is Captain America. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with Chris Evans at all. And my last question I will answer is, what is a fictional world you would love to live in? I think we're all going to say Hogwarts. I would love to live in Hogwarts. I would also love to live in the Shire. Like, how amazing would it be to have a home in the Shire with a garden and everything like that? It would just be so magical and so calming, and just but either way, there you have some answers to your questions. I'm sure this was boring, and I'm sorry if it was, but you know, sometimes you gotta fill up videos to fill the void, because that's how it goes as a content creator. But either way, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.